Hi, I'm Cheryl. I'm an ACOA. And I'm also here this afternoon to share with you the fact that it's almost the end of our membership drive, and we've been here all afternoon with you, sharing what we think is important, and we hope that now you'll take the time to share what you think is important. Someone called up during the last break and said that this show made him feel uncomfortable, made him feel threatened. Well, maybe there's a message there. You know, there's no change without discomfort. You have to feel that discomfort in order to want to make the move to change. And I hope I haven't made you feel uncomfortable this afternoon, but I hope I have gotten the message across to you that it's time for you to stand up and be counted for TV worth watching. I've been in my own recovery for a little bit over 3 years, and it's really been tough for me to make the commitment to myself. I've been able to make commitments to everybody else, but I think you know what I'm talking about. So if you're in recovery and you're working your own 12-step program, bravo for you or brava for you. Make a commitment now to TV worth watching. Make a commitment now to Channel 17. Give us a call at 356-1717 and tell us how much programs like Bradshaw mean to you, how much you've gotten out of this entire series that we've sort of gone out on a limb and given to you, all 10 episodes within 2 days. Take the time right now. There is no time like the present.
You know, there's so much in that last segment. It's hard for me to imagine that anybody would watch that and really concentrate on it without having it strike a responsive chord somewhere in one's being. The last segment he talked about an opportunity, the opportunity for creativity, as he called it. We'd like to think that this is an opportunity for you to become involved in a growing community of WMHT public TV supporters. We think we have a unique opportunity and a unique system to bring you the kinds of programming that we do on public TV, and I think of it as an honor to belong to the station, to WMHT, and we hope that you would feel the same way about it, especially after seeing programs like John Bradshaw that we've had for the last several days. Call right now and pledge your support, 356-1717, 1-800-477-WMHT. Cheryl?
If you've gotten to that place in your own recovery where you found out that you're not alone, that there's a whole lot of other people out there who are just like you, who have suffered the pain that you've suffered, who've gone through the same things that you've suffered, isn't it nice to become part of that cosmic family? Isn't it nice to tap into that psychic support? Well, when you become a member of WMHT, when you become a member of public TV, you join a family of people who feel just like you feel, who feel that programming like this is important to them. It's something that they do for themselves. It's something they do for their families at whatever level is comfortable for you. We had a mini goal for this program of $20,000. We are up to $13,250. We'd like to hear from 20 people in this break. We'd like to hear from you. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear how much programs like Bradshaw mean to you, how much public television means for you, how much it means for you to have us there every time you turn the television on. We get no part of what you pay for cable. The only support we get is from our members, and we hope to include you in that family.
Just as burning a field provides fertilization for the next year's crop, as John Bradshaw was pointing out, life springs up from adversity. And whether you like to think of paying for a service as an adversity or not, it certainly squeezes you a little bit maybe to provide some money for public TV. But rest assured, these are seeds well sown, and the rewards are great. From having supported your public TV station, WMHT, and its programming that you can't find anywhere else, you'll have the satisfaction of having supported and having a voice actually in the programming. If you like shows like Bradshaw that you've just seen or some of the other shows on WMHT, you have a voice in what you see on this TV station. As well, you get the program guide every month that tells you what's on. So, Cheryl?
You make a difference when you become a member. You make a difference to yourself now, but you make a difference to us when you become a member. You make a difference in the programs that you see. There are a number of ways to become a member. If you call one of the numbers you see on your screen right now, our operators will be glad to tell you about it. We have some wonderful people here this afternoon from the Singles Outreach Support Network. They're just great, and they've been with us all through Bradshaw. They've made a commitment. They're hoping to talk to you today when you make your commitment. 356-1717. 1-800-477-WMHT. 1/3 of the support for this station comes from people exactly like you. And in order to leverage the other 2/3, we need that 1/3. We need you right now. We really do, to become a member. This is the last day of our membership drive. Hopefully the last day of our membership drive. It's up to you. Let's hear John talk about it now.
Hello, I'm John Bradshaw. I believe the wounded inner child is responsible for much of the violence and cruelty in the world. Hitler was chronically shamed and beaten in his childhood and reenacted this violence on millions of innocent people. Children live what they learn, and living in a nuclear age, we can no longer perpetuate violence with our child-rearing practices. In this series, I provide suggestions on how we can overcome our abusive childhoods and become the wonder we were meant to be. The greatest learning in my life is that creativity overcomes violation and is the answer to violence. Your support helps bring this message to hundreds of thousands of people through the medium of public television. I urge you to support this kind of programming by calling in a pledge right now. Let's learn to live in peace with ourselves and with the world at large. I thank you.
John is right. You need to act now. This is hopefully the last day of our membership drive, but we're depending on you to make a commitment at 356-1717 or 1-800-477-WMHT. If you're able to charge your membership at the $75 level or above, the book Healing the Shame That Binds You by John Bradshaw will be sent to you. If you're able to pledge at the $100 level or above and charge it, the book Homecoming, the book upon which this program that you're watching now has been based, will be yours. If you're able to pledge at $150 level or above, you may have both books. And anyone who calls and pledges an amount over $25 can have two, count them two, Ben & Jerry's ice cream certificates. It's important that you go to your phone now. We hate to extend this drive, and we know that you're out there, and we know that you want to make the commitment. All it takes is a little time. So we'll give you a little time to go to your phone right now and call 356-1717 or 1-800-477-9648 and become a member and make that commitment and do it today since it's the last day of the drive.
We have a couple people to thank, Cheryl.
Let's do that.
Why don't you start us off?
Okay, Sandra Owen and Stephen Fardis from Kingston, thank you for becoming new members.
Donald Field from Ravina, New York, thank you.
Lila Weinbert from Hudson, thank you for becoming a member.
Edward Walling from Arlington, Vermont, thank you very much.
And a special thank you to Shirley's Hometown Meat and Deli in Schenectady for becoming a member. Thank you all very much for taking the time to go to your phone. We need to hear from 10 more people during this break to keep ourselves on track. We have a little over $35,000 to make before we go off the air tonight. We can only do it with your help. It's time for you to become part of the WMHT family. It's time to put your money where your eyes are. It's time for you to make that commitment, and at whatever level you can afford, at one of the numbers you see on your screen. And it's been a great afternoon.
Terrific, Cheryl, and I'm happy to be working with you.
Oh, great. But we need you to work with us too. And together, if we all work together, I'm sure that we'll get to our goal by tonight. And call right now, 356-1717, 1-800-477-WMHT. Let's go back to Bradshaw. Thank you for staying with us this afternoon and watching the conclusion of Bradshaw and Homecoming. I'm Cheryl Hurd. I'm here in the studio with a lot of wonderful people, and we're here to take your calls. You know, much of what John Bradshaw has to say isn't really that new. I mean, you could get all this information if you read for the next 10 years. But the way he presents it and the honesty that he brings to it make it new and fresh, and it really gets to your head and it really gets to your heart. And if programming like this has made a difference in your life, call us now and let us know. Make that commitment to public television at whatever level is comfortable for you, whatever you can afford, whatever level best shows that public television is a part of your life that's significant. Make a difference for yourself, make a difference for your public television station. 356-1717, 1-800-477-WMHT. This is the last day of our winter membership drive. Hopefully, we need to make a little bit more than $34,000 to make the goal. We've made a commitment to raise $160,000. We need you to help us with that commitment, and we need you to call right now. People from Singles Outreach Support are here to answer your call. Go to the phone before you get that dinner out of the microwave. 356-1717.
Well, Cheryl, you know the phones are ringing now, and they have been. We want to thank all of you who've called in. Our operators are getting busier, but there are still some left unbusy, and they would like to be busy with your call of support for WMHT. You know, John Bradshaw is leaving us with a sense that we need to make a commitment to some changes in our lives, to examining some things in our lives that are obstacles to our creative energies. That's a new member. Got to talk about creative energies. And he also instills in us some ideas about the ways to do another new member. Very good. Yeah, applause. So we've had a wonderful couple of 10, I guess, episodes of the Bradshaw program. And if this kind of programming means as much to you as I think it does, and it's awfully hard to stand by on the sidelines passively and listen to John Bradshaw without it making some kind of response in you, if this program has meant something to you, we need you to call right now and become a member. Join our family at WMHT. 356-1717, 1-800-477-WMHT.
6 people have called in this break. We'd like to hear from 14 more. That's 20 altogether in this break. Help us reach our mini goal of $20,000. Help us continue to bring you the kinds of programs that you've come to depend upon us for. Only 1 in 7 people who are watching me right now are members. And to those people, we say thank you very much. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. For those of you who have not yet made the decision, think about it. Think about going to your phone right now before you settle in to watch the rest of the wonderful programming that we're going to bring you this evening, before you eat dinner, to make a commitment to your public television station. These people from Singles Outreach Support have come this afternoon, given up a little bit of their time to hear from you at 356-1717 or 1-800-477-WMHT. It's the right thing to do, and it's the right time to do it. We're here for you all the time. Please be there for us now. This is our winter membership drive. We're coming to you now to ask you to please say yes to TV worth watching. Please say yes to the programs that you want to hear. Say yes to Bradshaw. Say yes for yourself. Say yes because it's time. Make that commitment. Don't procrastinate. Do it now.
You know, there's a wonderful din of conversation going on over here at the telephone bank, and new members are coming in. That bell indicates a new member. There are still a couple of operators not busy, and they'd be more than happy to take your pledge. Membership benefits include, of course, the satisfaction of supporting your public television station and the kind of programming that you just can't get on network. Then the program guide, which I have a copy of right here, and that will be sent to you monthly as a member of WMHT, and it gives you all the names and descriptions of programming on WMHT, WMHX Channel 45, our sister station, and also 89.1 FM. We have thank you very much, a new member. We have a couple of thank you gifts for you at the $75 level. We have a book called Healing the Shame That Binds You by John Bradshaw. At the $100 level, the book called Homecoming, on which this series was based, Reclaiming and Championing Your Inner Child. That's a tough word, Cheryl. I've had trouble with that all day. But I haven't had trouble talking about John Bradshaw because it's really meant a lot for me to be able to experience this TV program. And I hope you've gotten as much out of it as I have. Call 356-1717, 1-800-477-WMHT. Pledge your support.
As Val has said, at the $75 level or above, you could get the book Healing the Shame That Binds You by John Bradshaw. At the $100 level, Homecoming, the book upon which the programs that you've been watching yesterday and today have been based. For $150, you can get both books. This is the last chance this evening to avail yourself of these thank you gifts. Call us right now. 356-1717, 1-800-477-9648. 1/3 of our support comes from you. That 1/3 is so crucial because it enables us to get the other 2/3 of our support from the state and national government. But we can only get that if you call now at 356-1717, 1-800-477-WMHT. You can make a difference. You do make a difference to us here at Channel 17. Your membership is our lifeblood. This is member-supported public television. Help us continue to bring us the kinds of programming that matter to your family, whether it's Mystery or Nova or the English comedies or Sesame Street or WonderWorks. 356-1717. Do it right now.
Pledge in whatever amount you feel you can afford. Stretch that budget just a bit to help your public TV station. Up on the board right now, you see our benchmark pledge levels. And these are only benchmarks for you to try to gauge your level of support. We would be happy with anything that you feel you can support. Become a member of our family. Become a member of the community of public TV supporters that keep this kind of programming coming to you on a regular basis. We wouldn't want to lose any of the programming that we have now, and we'd like to think we can expand the programming into some new areas. So keep that pledge coming. Make it now by calling 356-1717, 1-800-477-WMHT. You can charge your pledge to either of 4 charge cards, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, or Discover. Or you have the option of an automatic membership plan. You can discuss that with an operator when you call. Many of your employers will have a matching gifts program. Ask about that. Cheryl?
This is, as I said, the last chance for you to get the Bradshaw books if you charge your pledge. And I'd just like to thank the over 100 people who've called in this afternoon and said, yes, Bradshaw matters to me. Yes, public TV matters to me. I hope you've been one of them. If you haven't, take this opportunity right now, right before the next program starts. It's $75, get Healing the Shame That Binds You, $100 or more, the Homecoming book, $150, you can get both books. Let's thank some people that have called in.
Sure enough. Ellen Shoup from Troy, New York. Thank you.
Leona Van Heusen from Ravenna.
Mr. H.B. Keshava from Gloversville, New York. Thank you.
Teresa Iago from Loudonville.
Dennis Doherty from Schenectady. Thank you very much.
Charles Weed from Schenectady. Thank you very much.
Catherine Apostle from Schenectady, New York. Thank you.
Karloff Steinberg from Albany. Thank you.
And Margaret DeSania from LaGrangeville, New York.
Jim O'Sullivan from Pine Plains. Welcome.
And Laura Lee Craven, Ravenna, New York.
And Lucille Munoz from Queensbury. Thank you all very much. There's still time to call in. Do it now. Don't forget us.
There's a celebration going on right here. This, we hope, will be the last night of the December membership drive. My name is Bill Haley. Liz Hood is with us, and so is a room full of volunteers. You just saw their cheery faces as they wait for calls at 356-1717 or 1-800-477-WMHT. This is a membership drive, a very important time of the year for everyone out there. I know you're celebrating just what we all are. It's a festive time of the year, and tonight we're watching the Nutcracker, the marvelous Baryshnikov performance, originally on public television in 1977. We bring it back every year because it's such a favorite. And you can do yourself a favor if it's a favorite with you, and that is by taking out a $100 membership right now. We'll send you as a gift from us to you, along with our program guide that you get every month, this Nutcracker performance that you're seeing on VHF cassette. That can be yours. You can have it in your library. Pull it out any time that you'd like, whether or not it's the middle of summer and you'd like to watch the great music of Tchaikovsky and the American Ballet Company in this performance. 356-1717, 1-800-477-WMHT. Your call right now will tell us that the Nutcracker and the other great shows coming up, this is a great entertainment night tonight, that they're just what you like on television, and that you and your family support us and what we're trying to do. Liz?
Well, you can no longer be the first caller during this break, but we're hoping to hear from 25 people during this break. 25 people making pledges for the Nutcracker and dance and music and performances and all the wonderful events you can watch on your public television station, Channel 17. You can see on your screen right now some suggested pledge levels. The $40 level, you'll receive our program guide. At the $75 level, we'd love to send you the story of the Nutcracker. This is narrated by Clara Bloom. It has the Tchaikovsky music. It's an audio cassette. That can be yours for a $75 pledge charged to your credit card, or as Bill was saying, you can have the full video version, this same video with Baryshnikov and Gelsey Kirkland in the American Ballet Theater for a $100 pledge charged to your credit card. But you don't, of course, become a member because you can receive an audio cassette or a video cassette, although there's a nice bonus for your membership. You become a member because of the wonderful programs that you enjoy yourself or watching with your family all year round on your public television station. You can see live from Lincoln Center. You can see live from the Met. You can watch Dance in America, all right here on Channel 17, if you support it. Bill?
Okay, the phones are beginning to ring. That is great. We would like to take only a few minutes between acts here of the Nutcracker. We want to get back because I know you have the family around. And, well, you don't have to ring the bells in your living room. We're doing them right here. And that means that a new member is called up. And behind me, the news of where we have come. What a long ways. Just since Monday night, well, we started out canceling 3 previous nights of the $160,000 drive that we had to have this year just to try to get on target as we end the first half of our fiscal year. Where did we get since Monday night? All the way down to $32,570. Well, tonight we'd hope to chop all of that off. That looks like a lot to try to chop out, and a lot of 25 calls per break have to come in for the rest of tonight if we're going to do it. So far, about 2 or 3, maybe 2 calls so far, I think. 3, I see. 3 working right now. All of these operators ought to be busy right now with your calls. The programs tonight are extraordinary, and this is really an entertainment value that you get because we're going to be having Amal and the Night Visitors following. That's been, I know in our family, it was always a favorite, and this is a great performance with Teresa Stratas. And also the Boston Pops special Christmas program, a brand new one, don't want to miss that. And then winding up tonight with Luciano Pavarotti, the annual concert from Montreal. Don't miss any of it, but right now tell us that this is a special kind of television for you with your call at 356-1717, 1-800-477-WMHT. Tell the operators when you make your pledge the kind of programming you like to watch here on Channel 17. Liz?
Well, I was looking here at the operators counting pledges. It looks as though we have 4 pledges coming in right now. That's great. Now, you saw a little while ago something on the screen that said 1 in 7 of our viewers is a member of WMHT. That's really a pretty high percentage, and we're proud of it. If only 4 pledges came in during this break, and we believe in the statistics that we believe are correct, that would mean that only 28 people are watching right now. Well, you know and I know that this is a much more popular program than that, and many, many, many more people than 28 are watching. So don't just sit there and think about it. You've had this whole week to think about it. In fact, you've had years to think about membership in your public television station. I don't believe you when you tell me this is the first membership break you've ever seen in your whole life. You've seen many of them, so think about it for just 1 second more, and then make that commitment. Make that commitment to public television because you enjoy it, because your family enjoys it, because your children learn from it, because it's led you to some wonderful things. Perhaps you went to see the New York City Ballet Company at SPAC this summer just because of some ballet you saw on public television. Isn't that enjoyment worth your membership pledge? Do it right now. Bill?
Well, here we have a little rendering of where, in fact, those private dollars, we say over a third. Well, 28% actually is directly from membership. 4% from the auction, you participate in that. And then you also participate in the purchase of books and videotapes from the station here. All of that adds up to more than 1/3. But here's a problem. New York State is 28% of the income. And we know that New York State is having a tough time right now. They are threatening to cut a 7%. We don't know if that's going to go through. It looks very possible as though it will. The legislature will come into session on Monday and then decide if we take that, what we think is a rather large hit. We know we have to participate in it, but 7% is over $140,000. That means that we started buying programs, and let me show you where the mission side of this is, buying programs that are part of, whoops, going to the wrong part, that are part of what we call the mission, which is the programming and the transmission of programs through radio and television. That's about 2/3 of all the dollars we bring in. The rest is for administration. We have to spend money to raise money, of course, for development. But the programming dollars that we were counting on, 140 or 142,000 of those, may not be here unless you step in and intervene. And you know, over the years you have. Over 32,000 of you are members now. You receive our program guide. Now, this is a special guide we sent out this month because Capital Magazine was no longer printing. McNeil and Lehrer on the inside cover. And we explained about Capital. If you've been getting our guide through Capital, you now want to get your guide by becoming a member. The way to do it, the simple way, 356-1717, 1-800-477-WMHT. Talk with our operators. They want to hear from you.
We've heard from 7 people pledging their memberships to Channel 17 this evening because of the Nutcracker. Isn't that great? Aren't you happy about that? You ought to be.